10 years ago today, a Tunisian street vendor set himself on fire to protest corruption and rising living costs in the country. His act inspired tens of thousands of people to rise up across the Arab world in a campaign of civil resistance that became known as the Arab Spring. Well, it led to the ousting of a number of long-time dictators across the region. But a decade later, how much has really changed? Our international correspondent Annalise Borges has more.
It was a desperate act that sparked a revolution. On December 17th, 2010, Mohamed Bouazizi, a 26-year-old fruit seller, self-immolated in front of a government building in the town of Sidi Bouzid, sparking hundreds of thousands to heed his cry for change. Tunisians protested against unemployment, poverty, and overall hopelessness, and against the men they held responsible for their woes.
On veut que Ben Ali quitte le pouvoir.
Less than a month after the start of demonstrations, he did. Zine El Abdini Ben Ali sought refuge in Saudi Arabia, inspiring other nations in the region to take to the streets and voice their discontent in what became known as the Arab Spring. Regimes were toppled and a resemblance of hope emerged. But it wasn't to last. Democratic reforms were implemented in Tunisia, and the country did set itself apart from other nations where uprisings against entrenched rulers turned into never-ending wars, like in Syria, Libya, and Yemen. Observers went as far as saying Tunisia was the only success story of the Arab Spring. But was it? 10 years on, most of those who fought for change will tell you the country is nowhere near the prosperous and fair nation they hoped for.
What changed during those 10 years is that one minister or one president replaced another, but the system remained the same.
All that remains is the slogan, work, freedom and national dignity. This is what we heard during the revolution. We didn't witness any of those things. Maybe only freedom, but it's not really that. It is freedom of press. But what does it really mean for a citizen? Does he have a job? No, he doesn't.
Mohamed Bouazizi died on January 4th, 2011, and his name remains a symbol of the aspirations of a young nation in quest of social justice and a future. For now, those continue to be ideals Tunisians hope they don't have to die for. Annalise Borges, Euronews.